Testing for sound. Testing for sound. Hey, what's poppin'? What's good? You're here with Jamise Be. And when we come together, child, we be healing, okay? We be transforming, okay? And then we be expanding, okay? So we could be well, be loved, be whole, be seen, be free, okay? I love you and you love me and we all a happy family or whatever they have said. And Barney, though. What's good? So I wanted to share about moving in your own timing. What a journey. You know, this human experience, there are so many little human experiences and lessons and nuggets and nooks and crannies within this life. It is just, you know, as a person and as a life coach as well, like who particularly looks at life, it's wild how much goes into living our lives. What brought or reminded me of my own experience of learning and am still learning how to move within my own timing. What brought that back up for me is New Year's, right? On the Gregorian calendar, okay, we have crossed over into a new year, 2025, and you know, of course I started seeing the posts. Some people are like, ain't no new year, new me. Here for that. Or New Year, same me. Here for that as well. Some folks do not celebrate this as the new year because we understand you know, some other things metaphysically, okay, and planetarily, okay. And the spring equinox is when nature wakes up. Amen. Amen to God. Okay, so I got to thinking, like, so good, what you fitting to do? And this is new for me because full autonomy is new for me. I learned growing up, and particularly in my faith tradition of origin, I learned that I needed to outsource my decision making, my desires, like everything needed to be outsourced outside of myself. And so it has been, and it is a journey, me coming back to myself and actually understanding who I am. Not who I was conditioned to be, and like trying to meet other people's expectations for who I should be and what my life should be, but really leaning into and getting clear on who I am as a person. What am I here to contribute to the collective? And so I started, you know, thinking like, do I want to celebrate the new year? Do I not? Or what have you? And then I started looking at my astrology for around that time and all of that. And it reminded me that during my first human design session, my coach and human design reader shared with me my type. So in human design, there are 4 different types and 1 hybrid. And each person is a type depending on when and where you were born. And our type tells us how we get to show up in the world. How can we best work with our factory default settings, right? We ain't trying, okay, to make the system into something that it's not. We're going to work with the system, not against the system. So one of the things that she shared with me is that I'm a projector. And for projectors particularly, as you get to know human design, you'll learn about the lines or what have you. But as a projector, we are slower moving people. Baby, all of this hustle, bustle, grind, gotta go, hurry up, every day, every night. Oh, no. Oh, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was driving myself crazy. I mean, into an unhealthy level, trying to live my life like everybody, quote unquote, everybody else lives their life. I can't be outside all the time. That's just not who I is, okay? I needs my home time. While I enjoy being out with people, I promise you I'm an introvert and extrovert, because I'm sure a lot of people would think that I'm an extrovert based on how I present. But baby, you ain't never seen nobody be home the way that I be home, okay? And I've known that all my life. But knowing that it is a part of who I am at a DNA level, that there is nothing wrong with me and not being able to fulfill these outrageous productivity goals that can be placed upon us, and that sometimes we place on ourselves. Ask me how I know. Based upon what we think where we think we're supposed to be, or what we are supposed to be doing. Yeah, looking at the notes. I sought and am ever seeking to live my life authentically within my factory defaults. Now, can we do some software upgrades or what have you? Sure. And also, that main system has to be in a healthy state before we do any software updates. Because if your main hardware, come on somebody, if your main hardware has issues and cannot see clearly, okay, and is stuck with the decision making, doesn't know which way to go, left or right, what's for me, what's not for me. If you living your life like that, you know what I'm saying, it's a little difficult. Ask me how I know I raised my hand. It was rough. But there is the possibility of living our lives knowing who we are. There is just so much information out there and tools out there available, and human design is such an amazing assessment. It synthesizes so many of the key ancient sciences as well as modern day sciences, and just creates this powerful dynamic system of self-awareness and self-knowing. And then when we know ourselves and are aware of ourselves, it also impacts how we engage with the world, right? Like, I don't parent the same no more, y'all. Like, I don't love the same no more. My career is completely different and skyrocketed in 2 years. I went from a temp to an administrative position in 2 years. Had no plans of staying within this sector, this industry. But as a projector, I got to move in my own timing. Did it always feel good? No. Was I always sure? No. Let go of this idea of certainty. There are going to be very many uncertain things in life. Let's have some fun with that shit. Like, it is fun to explore and to wander, and yes, to be lost. Some people need to get lost on purpose, because you think you know everything. And being lost will teach you, oh, there is a whole new world. If I would have just turned this one corner, I could have had a whole new life, a whole different experience. Okay? You know, I can recall times of feeling like I am less than, feeling like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why would God create me and put me on this planet just to struggle? And again, leading right back to my human design, there is just so much about me that went like this, like the light bulb went on when I learned my human design, that I am meant to take my time and go at my own pace. Okay, and also to not push myself into situations. I'm not oh, you go get it. I've never felt that. Like, within me, I have always naturally felt What is for me is going to come to me. I'm going to be over here doing what I'm supposed to be doing what I feel called to, and I feel like, what what is for me will find me. And that was without the language of human design. So add in the language of human design as a projector, which tells me that the best way I can interact in this life and work with my factory default settings is to wait for the invitation. Wait for people to invite me into opportunities, jobs, conversations, all the things, right? Now, does that mean that, like, I can't take initiative? No, that's not what that means. And also, it is important for me to lead with waiting for that invitation, right? Because that might be the bridge for me to be able to initiate and do what I need to do. But just this little nudge. And so each type has a strategy for success. And so for projectors, is to wait for the invitation. Some people are manifestors, and for manifestors, your role is to initiate and act when you feel the urge. Like when you get that, I should do this, or I should call, or I could. Those little notions for manifestors are so key, and acting upon them is the key there, right? Like not just hearing them, but acting upon them. And so you are here to initiate, okay? Y'all, you want to be starting something? Got to be starting something. Too hard to get over. Yeah, that's y'all. And then you have your generators, which is one of the 4 types. And then you have the one hybrid, which is the manifesting generators. For both of those types, you are designed to respond. So you are designed to have somebody ask you a question, preferably a yes or no question, and your body is going to tell you, okay? It's going to yay on that, or babe. Generators and manigens, when they are in touch with that sacral energy is where it comes from. But that inner voice, whether it is through their gut or through their throat, baby, okay? And so it's so important, if you are a generator or a manifesting generator, that you walk in that, so that you are led along your right path, and your divine path, what is meant for you. And then last but not least, we have the mighty reflectors. The reflectors are a type who do just that. You flow with the lunar cycle, with the moon cycle, and you need time to reflect, okay? You also may not be a fast mover, because you need that 28-day cycle of the moon cycle to ruminate on some things, okay? To recapitulate, as I say. To ponder, to wonder, to investigate, to research, to inquire of yourself. So those are the types in human design. And if you're wondering what your human design is, feel free to comment under this or send me a DM, and I'll be very happy to support you in getting your chart. I also do chart readings, okay? And so I'm happy to read your human design chart for you and help you to unlock all of the mighty genius that is you, specifically you. So that we can help the collective, okay? Because we got to know who we is, so we can do what we need to do in the collective, okay? So we can all be free and liberated. So I'll end with this. If I have learned nothing over the past few years, as I have been really intentional about my self-work, honor yourself. That is your voice. That is your intuition. That is your feelings. The totality of you. Your experiences. Your desires. Honor it without shame. Even honor your shadow. Honor those things that you do that aren't the most healthy. Start with honoring them. Acknowledge them. Yep, this is what it is. And remove the judgment around it. Oh, I feel terrible. Okay, it might not be a healthy thing. And also, you're acknowledging it, right? First step is acknowledging and honor that. Because from that, you will be able to accept yourself. And we are living in a world where it is clear that people have not accepted themselves. Why do we know that? Because we are unaccepting of others. And anything that is going on externally is happening internally first. And so we really get to learn how to honor ourselves, all of who we be, so we can honor each and every one that we come in contact with. And systems like this, and any kind of assessment or tool, just shows us that we are meant to be different. There is more same about us than is different, and also we are meant to be different, to bring different things to the collective. So let's honor that. Honor each other's differences. Honor each other's lived experiences. Put yourself in places and situations that are different and new for you, so that you can learn about other people and expand and transform. And baby, you know where that leads, to the healings, to all the healings. So I want to encourage you to trust your process, no matter how different it looks from other people. And as I say that to you, I say that to myself as well. And remember, success is not about speed. It's about alignment, about you being where you should be, and where it's best for you. So I invite you, to reflect on what is your relationship with time, right? And how you can maybe align more fully with that. And again, if you would like to align using the tool of human design, I am happy to coach you through that and read your human design chart for you, and provide you with some tips and tricks for integrating what you learn into your actual daily life. Okay? I hope you enjoyed that tidbit of information. And I will see you next time. Until then, be well, be loved, be whole, be seen, be free. My name is Jamise Be, and I love you. I'll see you soon.